Was this reunion infuriating? It really was. It really was. And I know, let me tell you something. I know the people are mad, baby. They 38 hot in that thing. They are boycotting. The girlies is not here for Real Housewives of Potomac. And I understand why. I totally get it. But I have been here since season 8. I'm about to talk like I've been here for a long time. I have been enduring season 8. And I said, you know what? I'm finna watch this last episode, okay? Now, come season 9, if Giselle is still there, it's a hell nah for me. It's a hell nah for me, dog. But before we get into that, I do have some announcements from the Real Housewives of Potomac news. Okay, first of all, shout out to Candace. She is having a baby, y'all. Oh my God, yay! Congratulations to her. That's probably why she said, hell no, I'm packing my bags up and getting the hell up off this show, because y'all not about to put me or my baby's life at risk. I feel her, okay? The other news, baby Robin is officially gone. They done gave Robin her walking papers, and praise God for it, okay? Robin confirmed. She made the announcement on Reasonably Shady. That's that raggedy ass podcast her and Giselle host together. Anyway, and the other good news, Neckbone is gone. I was so tired. Let me tell you how I really wanted to watch this last episode, because I really wanted to see the conclusion between Wendy and Neckbone. Neckbone got fired, y'all. Praise the Lord. I was really anticipating what the reunion would give for the whole Neckbone and Wendy situation, and it gave exactly what I thought it was. Very infuriating. Anyway, let's get into it. So we're picking up where we left off. G is making the announcement saying to people, you all may not know this, but at first, y'all know I thought it was going to be Mia and G coming up with another lie to tell us, but G reveals to us that he has been diagnosed with bipolar 1. He actually has been suffering from it since his early years. I think he said in his 20s. And that led to a lot of the erratic behavior that he had displayed with Mia. And then also, if he says that, then I'm like, that's probably why he had been booted from the CEO position, because of his manic states. And so he talks about his manic states. He's not able to identify when they happen. And Mia has been tried to tell him, but he wasn't believing them. And so now he is, on medication, really trying to get his life together, basically. Mental health and mental health awareness, and making sure that you keep up with your mental health has been it's so important. I won't go into it, but I do have a family member who battles with mental health issues, and it is so much more widespread than you would ever think. Okay. So shout out to Mia. Mia says that no matter what, she's always going to take care of G, and G is very grateful for that. I was going to say something shady, but I ain't going to do it. I ain't going to do it. Anyway, we're moving on. So we get to the whole Nneka and Wendy situation, and we find out that Nneka is actually from Wisconsin. Okay, shout out to Wisconsin. Shout out to Tammy Talks. She's from Wisconsin. Sorry, I always think of that. Y'all remember that cartoon, Bobby's World? I always think of Bobby's World every time I hear Wisconsin. They bring up the whole Osu issue. And my takeaway, because there was a lot going on and I really could not keep up with all of the notes, is that Ashley decided that she was going to spread that Osu rumor around, not having any cultural context of what it means. And Andy tried to open up the conversation about it with, trying to be culturally appropriate, basically saying, production had no idea, the cultural context of what we were saying, and we didn't understand how, what the adverse effects would be. I said, y'all know what? Nope. Because had y'all, if you did not want it to be what it was, then you would have shut it down. Like you would have dug a little bit deeper and tried to shut that down and pivot, but you didn't. You let somebody's culture be sprawled on Bravo TV. Anyway, I've already given y'all my thoughts on that, but piss poor job of presenting someone's culture, especially a culture that you don't know nothing about. So I love the way Wendy was like, we're not going to answer what Osu means. Let's let Ashley, since she got so much to say about Osu culture and she's bringing it, okay? And so they're asking Ashley, what does it mean? She says, I have not purported myself to know anything about Osu. Okay, so if you don't know nothing about it, then why are you bringing it up to Nneka? Why are you not bringing it to Wendy? Why are you not asking questions as opposed to going around trying to slander Wendy's name? Ashley is at the bottom of the barrel to me. I do not like that lady. I don't think that and I understand. Here's the thing, because I watched season 4 and I saw how Candace was doing Ashley, but I also have seen that Ashley has a mouth on her, okay? Nneka says that she apologized for calling Wendy's mom a witch. I don't think that we understand what calling someone a witch is like for people in Nigeria. Like, I think that we don't really understand how devastating and detrimental that is. And so for them to keep trying to get Wendy to accept Nneka's apology, and the reason why I'm saying that is because I've heard from many Nigerians to say, listen, you calling somebody a witch, you do not do that. You do not do that. And so that's why I'm like, y'all have no cultural context to what's going on, to what Nneka is trying to do to this girl. And I'm not saying that Wendy is clean, but I don't feel like I don't feel like Wendy is coming at Nneka the way that Nneka is coming at Wendy. I just don't. And I'm not a Wendy fan. I don't like her. She's not likable to me. If I'm going to take anybody on this cast, it would be Karen. And that's it. Everybody else can go to hell. Period, point blank. Y'all know I tried to go for Mia, but baby, I had to throw that bitch by the wayside, child. Anyway, Nneka goes into this monologue and says that Wendy tried to ice Nneka out and all this other stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, people don't even like Wendy on this show enough for her to try to ice you out. You literally was able to get connected with Ashley, Mia, Karen, Giselle, Robin. I mean, you're making friends with all the girls that Wendy don't fool with like that. You're making friends with Candace. So who did Wendy truly try to ice you out with, Nneka? Girl, I was not here for that. She was like, so here's the story, backstory. Production came to Wendy and was like, here's Nneka. We can try, we heard that you know her, okay? We heard from Nneka that you know her, all right? Here's where Wendy was getting on my nerves. Wendy, just say that you know of the girl. Like, I seen her in the street, but I don't know her like that. I'm not about to introduce her to anybody on no TV show because I don't know her like that. I also know that my sister don't fool with her, and the people that's wrapped up with her either, right? Because that's what actually happened, right? Wendy's sister did stop fooling with Lebe, who is Nneka's cousin-in-law. And when Wendy found out that Nneka was trying to get on the show using Wendy's name, Wendy was like, I don't want to have nothing to do with Lebe, and I don't want to have nothing to do with Lebe people neither. Okay. And yes, I may have seen her in passing. I may have met her. I may know of her, but I don't know her. And I'm not about to do this with her. Right. And so Nneka felt like Wendy should introduce her to the show, like Wendy was trying to introduce Kay to the show. That's what I feel like Nneka expected. Because she was making little comments like, what about us being Igbo sisters? And, what a sisterhood, what kind of sisterhood is that? Girl, I don't know you. I don't know you, and I don't know your people. And I understand why she kept saying, I don't know you, but that wasn't true. That wasn't the true statement. What you needed to say was, I know of her. I've seen her in passing. I know she's good friends with my sister, or her people was good friends with my sister, but I do not know you, and I'm not about to go up for you like that. Right? So I needed Wendy to be a little bit more clear with her. I don't know her statement. She couldn't just keep saying, I don't know her. Because girl, it's just too much. It's too much around this for us to say that you don't know her. Okay. So Wendy apologizes for calling Neckbone a crackhead. That was out of pocket. That was out of line. But I still do not like how they keep trying to push Wendy to accept Nneka's apology for calling Wendy's mom a witch. I don't think you all, including myself, understand what that actually means in Nigerian culture. That is, from what I understand, is social suicide. Seriously. Anyway, so we get Kay. Hey, girl. Hey, let me tell you something. If they reboot this show, if Real Housewives of Potomac reboots and gets a whole new cast, which I hope they do, they best have Keiarna. Okay, actually, let me take that back, because I don't even know if Candace is gone, if Wendy is gone, then I don't know if Keiarna is going to be able to be intermingling with the girls like that. I don't know. I don't know if the chemistry would still be the same. But I love Keiarna, loved her on the stage, did not want her to go, loved her presence, her energy was everything. Okay. I feel like in this segment, Wendy's segment and this whole Keiarna segment, I feel like all the questions were shady towards Wendy. Again, I'm not a Wendy fan. I don't like her like that. I think she put on, and she just not my cup of tea. Okay. But I can understand when it looks like somebody is being shady towards somebody. I can see the difference. Okay. So they bring up the whole, it looked like your friend left you for dead, Keiarna. We go through that whole situation. They make sure to play the Wendy saying, I don't want to share a room with Keiarna. I'm like, what grown ass person want to share a room with a grown ass person they not sleeping with on vacation? Like, if I'm going on vacation with my girlfriends, if I'm not sleeping with you, girl, don't get in my bed. Girl, don't come over here, girl. Stay in your room over there down the hall. Okay. Come over here around 11 o'clock. Check on me, see how I'm doing. All right. But we're not we're not sleeping in the same room. Why? We grown. Okay. I don't even understand why this was even a conversation. Whatever. Was Gizelle being tactical when she went over to say hey to Keiarna? Yes, I do believe so. Y'all know what that is. You have a friend that's a mutual friend with some bitch you don't like. And so you're trying to establish that, hey, I'm your real friend. Okay. Fuck whatever that other little girl over there doing. The other little girl that you say is your friend. I'm your friend, not her. You see how she ain't even checking up on you. That's exactly what Gizelle was doing. Let's be for real. Anyway, we get into Wendy's package. Wendy's multi-hyphenate. She's got all this going on. She's a mother. She's a wife. She's a professor. Child, she can leap from a tall building in a single bound. Like, she is just doing it she's just doing it all, okay? Wendy is every woman. It's all in her, okay? And she's got the YouTube channel. She says it's very hard. Let me tell you something for the people in the back. YouTube is not easy. YouTube is so hard, from the critics to the trolls to the numbers being wonky to the views going up and down to YouTube playing with your money. Like, it is so hard. It is not easy. It is not for the faint of heart. That's all I'm gonna say. So shout out to Wendy. And Wendy reveals that she is going to be giving up teaching because her daughter she's going into kindergarten, and she doesn't want to miss any more important moments in her daughter's life. She says her son is going into middle school. She really wants to be there. She's going to drop off some of the things so that she can focus on being a mom, because she really regrets missing a lot of the milestones in her children's life. Okay. And we love that for Wendy. What else was stuck out to me? Wendy and Nneka are never going to see it for each other. And I understand why. I really, truly do. They bring up the whole conversation about Mia and Wendy calling me a slow. And I said, y'all are really milking this. Now, I hope, because they showed the clip of Mia bringing up, well, my son's in special education class. What? Nobody talking about your son, Mia. We were talking about you. Okay. We were talking about you, and you know that, but whatever. Anyway, Mia says, I just think it's so messed up that you think that you're so, above it all, etc. But you're trying to call me slow. I say, girl, her calling you slow and you putting your hands on her, like, what y'all, come on now, like, for real. If her calling you slow is the worst thing that she could ever do to you, please, y'all, make it make sense to me. Make it make sense. Anyway, they bring up Wendy calling Mia a pathological liar. She was like, oh my God, I'm not a liar. Mia.
Okay, girl, bye.
Mia. Girl. All right. Candace says, I call her Mia be lying. And then Mia was like, well, Candace be crying. Bitch, I'd rather be called a crier than a liar. I know that much. Please. Anyway, we're moving on. Ashley and this raggedy ass divorce. Ashley is not getting divorced. Ashley sat up there and said that she rubs that man's feet every night. Now, she was trying to say that At the end, she was like, oh, I rubbed his feet. But the context of her bringing up, I rubbed his feet, had nothing to do with the price of tea in China. Oh, it had no context. So you saying that you rubbed his feet after you told us how he basically told you that you never had to work again, and why would you work if you're supposed to be traveling with me? And then it was a whirlwind love affair and he swept you off your feet. What does that have to do with you rubbing his feet every night? It sounded very much present tense. And then when you put it in past tense, it still had nothing to do with the sentence before. Ashley is lying, and she got caught in her own lie in that second right there. I said, girl, you lying, girl. Nobody got time for this. Bye. Bye, Ashley. Okay? Bring up GnA, the little clothing line that Ashley and Giselle call themselves having child. Okay. They ask everybody what they think about it. Don't nobody say nothing except for Neckbone, of course. She don't care. She just want to keep a job. It looks like athleisure wear, almost like, girl, shut your ass up, girl. Whatever. So they get into the whole fashion show. What happened at the fashion show? Keiarna tells them that Deborah walks up, and this is in alignment with the audio. Like, I don't care what anyone else says, unless it aligns with the audio, okay? And Bravo has the audio, right? So Keiarna says, Candace was over there sexy dancing. I was over here. Deborah approaches. I don't know how things went left, and she threw a drink at me, and I was retaliating based off of her throwing the drink at me, throwing a drink across my forehead. Okay. And so, whole varmint thing, Andy asked Candace, were you calling Deborah a varmint? I said, why are you asking Candace this when y'all have the audio? You have the audio of what was said. Why are you asking her this? I said, y'all playing. Y'all are playing. And the way that they are still trying to curve and rewrite this narrative to make it seem like Candace's mouth is so reckless. When you have Ashley Darby sitting right next to them, a seat over, who has accused people of being alcoholics, accused someone of getting into a car accident because they were under the influence, which potentially caused I'm not understanding how we can still sit here and try to blame Candace for this, right? Or how we can even ask questions about what Candace was saying when y'all all have the audio. Y'all heard it. Play the tape back. Just play it back. Mia says, Deborah was on a rampage. She rolled up to me. She was asking me, oh, Mia, am I a 4? Really? Basically, Mia was trying to say I squashed it. Had you not squashed it, Candace, it wouldn't have escalated. Honestly, it don't matter what the hell Candace said to Deborah. Deborah was on one, okay? She was on one. And even though Candace, and this is according to the audio, when she said, get away from me, get this girl away from me, get this girl away from me, Deborah immediately jumped forward and hit the girl with the glass. And she thought she was going to hit Candace. She hit Keiarna. Girl, I don't even understand why we having this conversation. Andy asked Giselle, what do you make of it? Giselle's answer should have been, I didn't know I wasn't there. Of course, that's not the case. Giselle says, I think everybody is culpable. Wendy, Keiarna, Candace, Deborah. Girl, what are you talking about? You weren't even there. So how were you able to formulate an opinion on some shit when you don't even know you were there? Right? So it was Ashley going back, trying to say, rewrite history, rewrite the narrative. Girl, I said, child. And so then she says, I don't know what it was, but Candace was like, you didn't even, you believe the word of your friend. You believe that she hadn't planned to approach me. And Ashley was like, no, I had no idea that she was going to do that. Girl, you a lie, and the truth ain't in you, because your friend told you. Wendy told us that she saw Deborah getting hyped before she approached Candace. So you could see it. Girl, I don't have time. Anyway, I think Andy asked Candace, do you think you would have hit Deborah with the bottle? I don't know why we're talking about what would have happened when we should have been talking about what actually happened, and that was Deborah being the aggressor and being aggressive. Why are we even talking about Candace picking up a bottle after someone got knocked over the head with a champagne glass? Cut open, forehead cut open. Y'all cannot be for real. You can't be for real. And the thing about it is, they were like, well, you should have been de-escalating. People are going to approach you all the time. Girl, I don't give a damn what y'all talking about. Candace can say whatever she needs to say out of her mouth. If somebody walks up on you, as long as you don't put your motherfucking hands on anybody, you can say whatever you need to say to get them hoes up off of you. And that's it. You don't put your hands on nobody, but you say whatever you need to say to get them hoes up off of you. And that's it. Okay, we're grown. We can fight with our words. Because that's actually what Real Housewife behavior is about, isn't it? Or no? Anyway, whatever. Yeah, again, Ashley, man, perhaps your words just go too far. Coming from Ashley, that is very rich. Very rich, okay? Ashley then apologizes to Kay. Baby, when I tell you Kay wrap Ashley ass up with a thank you, okay? Keiarna says Ashley is the queen of aftermath apologies. She's like, well, how was I supposed to know that was going to happen? Keiarna says, girl, what I think is that you're not proactive in general about making sure mess don't start. I said, bitch gagged. I was gagged. Not you not being proactive in general about not causing a mess. Okay, you just being messy everywhere you go, you messy heifer. She really is. Anyway, final thoughts on Kay. Kay shouts out Karen. It was really sweet, y'all. It was a very sweet moment. Gizelle didn't check up on Kay. I can see why Gizelle didn't check up on Kay. Gizelle was completely tied up with her dad. That makes sense. I'm not even going to hold Gizelle. It did feel like there was a little rift in their relationship. Little rift there. I don't know. But, I can understand why Gizelle wouldn't be worried about what the hell Kay got going on. Child. I don't, I get it. It makes sense to me. Anyway, here go Andy trying to see if there's any more resolution that could potentially happen. Andy, go sit your ass down, okay? Because you wasn't here to help with any type of resolution throughout this whole entire reunion. You were just there to continue to stir the pot. Basically, no, okay? There's still bad blood between Nneka. There's still between Nneka and Wendy. Gizelle and Candace, child, they ain't never gonna see it. And honestly, Candace quit, so it don't matter. Robin and Candace, she quit, so it don't matter. Shout out to Candace, okay? Baby, she started an uproar. Bitches is mad about Real Housewives of Potomac, baby. They are not here for this goddamn show, and I don't blame them. Okay? If we don't get Gizelle up off this show, honey. Ooh, no. Anyway, they crown Andy Duke of Potomac. Don't nobody give a damn. Child, bye. Whatever. All right. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Anyway, y'all get down in the comments. Tell me what you think about the episode. I know y'all probably didn't watch it. If you did, tell me what you think. What are your thoughts on Candace? Shout out to her for this brand new bundle of joy. Robin getting fired. Praise God. And she confirms it. Nneka fired. Just need her to confirm it as well. Reboot this whole damn show. That's all I'm gonna say. Reboot this shit and move on. Let's do something new. All right. Get down in the comments. As always, let me know what you think. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.